of its time traveling and 50% of its time lifting. However, it is the only truck which is actually designed to travel and lift simultaneously, giving us diagonal travel. These trucks are so focused now into performance. We spoke about performance earlier with the counterbalance. A machine like this can do between 30 and 35 pallets an hour. A rule of thumb, a typical run for a truck like this, an average, will be a 35-meter travel distance and a 6-meter lift. So if we said that's half the aisle length and half the height, so this is our average now, 35 meters down an aisle, 6-meter lift, we can do that in 72 seconds. You put that into a 1-hour slot, and you can see that 30 to 35 pallets an hour is easily achievable, and that really the thing that slows the truck down is the operator. If the truck was driven at maximum, you could almost approach 60 pallets an hour. This square footprint that we've been focusing on, now only 39% of the floor space is going to be wasted by it being associated to the aisle. So let's take a quick look at what that looks like. Exactly the same, 2,500 pallet locations. Just under 2,000 square meters. That's an amazing 40% reduction on floor space over the counterbalance system. You really need to look at this as being a low-cost alternative to new construction. We talk about future growth and how things are moving forward and how businesses have growth. People need more storage areas. Rather than building a new building, you can utilize the same footprint, consolidate the system, close the aisles down, and it becomes a low-cost alternative to new construction. Comparing it to the reach truck, a 24% reduction in the footprint. There are other things to also consider. If we look at just the footprint area on a costings standpoint, if we're leasing a building, and our typical lease rate might be 155 per square meter per month, you can see there's some real cost-saving benefits over a long period of time. And these are per annum at the bottom. Other things, with a counterbalance machines, let's say that you're looking at 4 units and you're handling between 12 15 pallets per hour. If you go to the V&A type machine, 2 trucks could handle more than the 4, and the support trucks that you may have with that might be ride-on pallet trucks or something like that. These type of trucks now are also in guided systems. There's less product damage, there's better visibility for the operator. Huge benefits that you get from moving to these type of systems. So in summary, remember we kept talking about this top beam being 4775? Not really the lift height that a V&A truck would go to. We can actually lift to 17 meters. That's an incredible height. 17 meters with 800 kilograms on a 600 millimeter load center. It's the highest in the industry, it's the highest in the world. So you imagine now, if you went back through and you did those calculations again, and you just doubled the lift height, so that we went from 4.7 to just under 10 meters. We've halved the building space, and very achievable. And don't just think that this 17 meters is all about Europe, because I've got a European accent. 17 meters, we have this in Brazil, we have it in North America, we have it in South Africa, we have it in the Middle East. So it's happening everywhere now. People are going up. They're understanding that it's cheaper to go up than it is to go out. Let's move to the second topic, which is something that customers are asking a lot more of us. You've got some of the huge companies out there, and I'm going to use like Coca-Cola as an example, and they've got their own internal consultancy type companies who may be, or departments, sorry, who might be looking at their product throughput analysis and things like that. Then there's some of the smaller customers that, you know, they don't really go with a consultant because of the costs involved. And then they're trying to look for support from their material handling providers to give them some sort of idea as to throughputs and direction of design layout for warehousing. And this is something we're being asked to do more and more frequently. I use an example here of a presentation that we compiled for a client in Dubai. I choose Dubai for its locality to where we are, but also it's actually a showpiece because it is the largest warehouse in all of the Emirates, and it is also the tallest warehouse in all of the Emirates. So again, it's another flagship opportunity of where we've succeeded. And we were basically asked to look at the throughput of the V&A product within a client's design. We worked with a local consultant there, I'll name names, it was SSI Schaefer. They asked if we would help them to produce a simulation for the throughput analysis to provide them support to their client in the numbers that we're looking through. So we have this software that's been developed exclusively for us that enables us to, in a both two-dimensional and three-dimensional world, create these models and then actually run a live what-if scenario. And the benefit of this what-if scenario allows us to manipulate and change the data to have the best utilization of the equipment and find the right scenarios without building, changing, or doing anything. So it's a piece of software that allows us to do that. It allows us to look at pallet flows into and out of what we call different sections. So we can look, in this example, it's the pick and drop location of the racking. And if you were to monitor the product flow through a pick and drop station, the ideal scenario is when your inbound matches your outbound, therefore you don't have a sudden bottleneck increase. You have a good dual command system. Remember the dual command? Where you've got product going in, you have product coming out. And you can see maybe projectors. Probably not. No, you can't. On my screen, you've got a great view of a green and a yellow line that are fairly equally matched. So it gives us these tools to allow us to monitor and check arrival distributions and also product flowing out. And we can look at numerous different areas. It's not much point me talking about that graph either, I don't think. We can also analyze and look at the actual trucks. And these little pie charts here are telling us what's the truck doing during its daily shift. What percentage of time is it on charge? Is it blocked by other trucks? Is it idle because it has no task to perform? Is it traveling with the pallet? Is it traveling without a pallet? Is the operator pressing buttons on a keypad? Is the operator interfacing with a pallet? So it gives us a lot of different data. It also gives us, for each specific truck there, how many pallets that truck managed and how many pallets it was averaging per hour. So in this scenario, it returns back that our V&A trucks were producing an average of 32, 31, and 31 pallets per hour, which again is very realistic. But the real key to this is it also allows us to look at congestion. If you double the number of forklift trucks in this simulation environment, it does not double the number of pallets that are being handled.